Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Jamil. So let's see where market can move and how we can plan for tomorrow. First things, last time we discussed on here, after opening flat, as soon as we break this swing need to be break down. After breakdown this swing, we are going to short on here. Our market can become negative on here. And also important point to discuss, after gap down opening, it's also sign of negativity. After gap down, we also can plan to sell on here. But as you can see, after gap down, almost market 45 to 60 minutes become volatile, then completely going on upside. And after mid resistance level, it's become sharp selling. That means that day market was completely volatile on here. And remember one important point about the price action, we had a plan that after gap down, we are going to sell on here. But it doesn't mean after gap down, immediately we can plan to sell. After gap down, we have to see some kind of sign of selling. That could be this kind of negative successfully closing, or even this kind of successfully closing, or even this kind of red candle. At least we have to see some sign that market is doing on here, then only we can plan to sell on here. Suppose after opening gap down and this candle completely become negative on here, it's a sign of negativity. This is a sign seller are waiting here for this scenario, and market is trying to making this, and the moment completely 50-minute candle close red candle, we can plan to sell, and this market can be flow with the selling pressure. So remember this point, after gap down, it doesn't mean immediately we can plan to sell. We have to see some price action, I mean this kind of sign of the selling scenario, then we can plan to sell on here. And today is the day market slightly gap up opening, continuously going. It's a very big trending market, 350 point travel or upside. Today market is made on here. And one important point, right now market is very interesting point. As you can see that market completely become flat on here. And hit the like button if you remember the first week of this video of this week that we discussed. 13,250 going to be the most important resistance for the market. Right now, as you can see, market after 13,250 completely become flat on here. This means support, this resistance market is expecting on here. And remember one important point about the price behavior, whenever market trade on a range and candle become smaller on that range, it's a sign of the volume. Market is trying to generating the volume on here. And if this range break out upside, no doubt we can see a very big upside momentum even for tomorrow. Similar case, if this range break down upside, we can see also selling pressure. So both sides we can plan for tomorrow, but we need to plan for tomorrow, because as we discussed, above 13,250, this is the place we're going to be the resistance level. So any of the price market can reverse. So we have to plan properly for the next step. So suppose how we can plan for tomorrow. Right now we got a swing that 13,200. Remember 13,200 going to be the important support for the market, because sharp buying retracement market going on upside. That's means this swing important for us as a buyer. As long as market trading 13,200, we are going to plan for only buying. Suppose after opening flat, as soon as we break the swing, we have to plan, because market completely on an uptrend. It doesn't make any sense that we are just expecting why market is retracing, why market is not coming for selling. This is instead of doing that, we can continuously follow the trend. So we are going to get something. So after opening flat, as soon as we break the high, immediately we are going to plan for the buying. But remember, after 350 point move on upside, tomorrow again 300 point, it's not going to be possible. But yes, we can plan with half quantity. This is the place we have to plan with half quantity. This is the not we are going to plan with full quantity, because as we can see, 13,250, 300, 400, this is going to be the resistance for the market. But as long as trend going to be strong, we have to follow the trend for tomorrow. So for this, after opening flat, as soon as we break, we are going to buy on here. But 13,200, remember this point, 13,200, if successfully any 50-minute negative candle able to close on here, it's a sign of negativity. That's means this is the place, this volume range also going to be breakdown, and this selling can be continuation even for tomorrow. So remember, mark this support area 13,200, any 15-minute negative candle, not before 15-minute negative candle, we can plan to sell on here. Suppose after almost gap down opening, how we can plan. After gap down opening, as we discussed, this is the range, and this range can be traveled both sides. Right now, if you see the price is completely on uptrend. If anything gap down, those buyer who buy from here above this side are holding. It look like all of the buyer is still on the market just for breakout for tomorrow. If anything gap down in this condition, all of the buyer will going to be on a trap. This is going to be the nightmare for them, and this gap down can be continuation till continuation for selling that to be tomorrow. Remember, should not be gap down opening for tomorrow. If anything gap down, any negative candle, it could be 5 to 10 minutes, we can see the price action. Any negative candle, we can plan to sell first, because this negative can become panic selling for tomorrow, and it can be continuation for selling for tomorrow. So I hope you understand all of this point, that exactly what we plan. If market open according to our range, definitely we are going to do anything. If market doing anything wrong, suppose remember this point 13,250 and 13,200, this is going to be a volatile range. We are not going to plan anything in between this range. Let the market band this range. If it break out upside, break out downside, then only we can plan to sell, or we can plan to get easy trade for tomorrow. So I hope you understand this point, friends. Let's check the S&P 500. S&P 500 similar price, market continuously going on upside and preparing for the breakout upside. But as you can see, last 15 minutes is a sharp selling area. So it's a negative. It can be negative because almost 3 hours market trying to going on upside. One candle, once a selling candle, almost looks like going to be break down all of this support. So it's a sign of also negativity, but trend is strong. For this we have to wait for 4,150. We need a candle closing 4,150, then we can try to sell on here, and first candle of the red 15 minute can be the stop loss, and we are going to sell and hold the market for tomorrow. So market can become selling on here. But remember, 4,150, we need to see candle closing. Why candle closing? Market is strong. If we are against the market, we have to be patiently wait for candle closing, then only we can understand. If suppose after opening flat, as soon as break, immediately we have to plan to buy on that. The place is going to be 4,160. After opening on here, as soon as break 4,160, immediately we are going to buy on here. 10 to 15 point going to be stop loss, going to be our target. Similar case, if anything gap down, any negative candle that to be in 5 minutes, we can try to sell on here, and it can become panic selling for tomorrow. So I hope you understand all of these points, friends. Let's check the stock, which stock we can find to sell or buy for tomorrow. First stock will going to be Netflix. As you can see, the price of market continuously hitting its resistance level. Almost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, almost 6-day market closing on the same range. That means buyer are aggressively buying on here. As soon as it break 227, as soon as it break, we can immediately time to buy on here, and $2 to $3 going to be stop loss, 1 is to going to be a target. And this momentum generally can become aggressively buying for tomorrow. So what's this stock? We can get a very good momentum for the buying side. This is first stock for the Netflix. Second stock will going to be a Chevron Corporation. It's for selling. As you can see that after completely gap up opening, it's not able to hold. Almost 3-day continuously selling, and this swing also be breakdown. After opening flat, as soon as it break 154, as soon as it break 154, we can try to sell on here, and next support 151. So we can get a very good momentum on $1.5 going to be stop loss, 1 is going to be our target. If anything gap up opening 158, immediately we are going to ignore, because it can become positive also on here, but we plan to sell. So after opening flat, market as soon as it cross 154, we can try to sell on here. I hope you understand all of this point, friends. If you understand, hit the like button, subscribe my channel. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much.